Hello? And welcome to the sanatorium. As you can see, my fellow inmates, I have been moved to a different ward in our common asylum. But not to worry, this is still a place where no idea is crazy enough to not be discussed. And today, I would like to talk about common sense. Yes. Common sense, as defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary, is sound and prudent judgment that is based on simple perceptions of situations or facts. On the other hand, the almighty Cambridge Dictionary defines it as the basic level of practical knowledge and judgment that we all need to help ourselves live in a reasonable and safe way. Now, so common sense basically means it's knowledge or the type of experience that everybody should really have. But it kind of turns out that common sense might not be so common after all. And it actually might be worth of cultivating. We all know that often ideas that may be considered true by the use of common sense are not in fact true and might be false. Conversely, certain ideas that might be the subject of elaborate scientific and academic research might actually yield superior results on the application of simple, good old-fashioned common sense. There is a famous story that's been running around the psych ward about a certain medical student who was eager to prove himself, and they put him in front of this patient who had a black tongue, and he started to enlist all the possible things that could be wrong with him. It could be black plague, black tongue, black mind, blackenedness. And then the supervisor or the doctor asked the patient whether or not he has been eating some cough drops maybe. The guy smiled, of course, and out of a drawer came out cough drops with black color. The extra strong kind, you know what I mean. The main point being that common sense might have saved this guy from being dissected to pieces by this over-eager medical intern. In a way, common sense is the attention to the obvious. Now, we all know the story of Newton, a well-known pervert, best known for his obsession with young voluptuous women and his fetish for fruit. Once upon a time, this man was following a young woman. He slipped and hit his head. And there, lying in a ditch, he noticed a pommel falling to the terror from the arbor, which gave him the idea to offer that piece of fruit to the lady in hopes of getting access to her most intimate parts. But also it raised the obvious question. Physicists that are studying the history of the universe are always looking for this fundamental law, or the theory of everything. Which is 42, by the way. And people always think, all these mad scientists and their experiments. It is, of course, very much possible that there is some form of ultimate law that underlines our existence and everything there is, really. But it is not just this law. It is this law and a long list of accidents that happen every single day. So it all comes down to probability. For instance, there is a certain probability of me turning into a really smart, intelligent person. So going back to the crazy idea that common sense should in fact be common, because of accidents you can never be 100% right or sure about anything, and you should be aware of your limitations. Common sense is not superstition or traditionalism or doing 50 different rituals every day. So let's take an obvious example of religious knowledge being consistently proven wrong by science. Thus, it makes more common sense to trust science rather than religion. I may not understand either of them or either of their doctrines, but it just makes more common sense. And because I'm always up for more craziness, what do you think? Is common sense fusible with philosophy or science or religion? Let me know down below. But of course, this has been but your daily dose of daft. And my fellow inmates, comment, question, share it, like it if you do like it, and I will see you next time.